got Vancouver on a Sake Hardpoint to get our second series underway. Let's get it on. And the opening battle, very favorable for Paris. Little route from JoeDeceives starts to influence the map and the spawns just a touch. And the trade will eventually be there. Vancouver will stabilize for the spawns, now fight for the hill.
Yeah, spawning on the bad side. Paris punched them right in the face off of the first wave of gunfights. And at least it seemed initially to start them off the time, but just like it was in the first sequence of kills, it's the same exact player in the second sequence. Mamba giving Vancouver early lifelines. Already at a 5-2 start, and they have yet to flip those spawns, so no need to be truly worried yet.
Well, you do get a long route from JoeDeceives. Estreal from the middle of the bar, but to find a little bit more with Sib, putting pressure over to the P5 side of the map. Nice shots from Estreal. And that's a really, really cool look in terms of how do you flip spawns late into the first hard point, moving over to P2, hit all three lanes at the same time. Something should open up because it's a big old map. So good stuff for Paris, put themselves in control of P2, but Vancouver, a couple of kills, a couple of movements through the middle of the map, trying to work on a hill break, but not going to get there. All three make it, almost all four to drop. There it is. Lunars will fall, and Paris are now firmly in control.
Yeah, look at how far Ghosty is pushed up to bottom pit. Just creating that extra space, forcing Vancouver to draw their focus on that side of the map, and just allowing your teammates to be uncontested here at the warehouse. Joe lines up another double. Already in another advantage. They keep on winning gunfight after gunfight. Gentlemates coming out swinging.
Yeah, they really are. Maybe a potential late entry here for Mamba through the side door. He goes unnoticed, finds his first win. Stun comes out, gives him an opportunity to take advantage versus Sib, but don't miss, don't lose. The old school clan tag for Sib, and that's going to work out nicely for a second. Now on rotation, big battle here. JoeDeceives has the jump onto Lunars, trying to find him over the top, able to find the elimination, plus has help from Sib again. Great rotation win, and Paris are under threat of putting this, well, out of win condition already for Vancouver, who are still on 6 points.
Yeah, from what we saw so far, their hard point game, they can fight with the best of them, but to make it even better, start winning rotations. So far in stage 4, they were sitting at 11th overall, just lying heavily on their break opportunities. But if you're going to dominate rotations like this is where that team can hit that next level. But Vancouver at least shows some fight here. They break through the backside, they secure the back spawns, and this is a good 30 seconds to still get.
Ghosty able to find Mamba over the backside, so 25 seconds. Break starting to make its way known. Spawns will be moved. That will be a very quick counter break. Craze cannot find anything through the bridge, and it's only about 12 seconds of time that Vancouver were able to secure on their initial break. So we move back over towards the fourth hard point. First blood there for Sib. And as Lunars tries to cut off the middle of the map, Paris are just all over the place. And honestly, they're just keep winning on these individual 1v1s. Lunars has no idea where to look. Gets caught by surprise from behind. Craze in trouble, trying to get some space, and at least able to manifest a double. But Estreal will find the trade, and Paris will have the spawns.
Yeah, you just outnumbered there if you are Craze. Your teammates are dropping like flies, have no idea what direction they need to look at. And that's giving Gentlemates all the advantages that they want. Now the back spawns are being secured. Surge trying to set up their first break opportunity. There's pressure from front. There's pressure from the middle of the map. All we need is gunfights to go with it. And this Lunars and Nero combining for 3. Now going to push out towards the backside of Dojo.
Well, Sib able to keep his life back Dojo, so he will block spawns for a moment. Actually, no, he won't. Just kidding. Mamba and Lunars still playing inside of Dojo as they spawn there. Lunars, Nero, both finding kills. Vancouver now with the numbers. Estreal looking to just create something in this last 20 seconds. But he will be pushed off the angle through the bar window and is kind of the pivot man here in terms of either hitting on the flank or rotating to new. So you've got to find kills somewhere else. And outside of jumping one player into contest, Paris really not finding a lot of success in this back 20.
Yeah, if you were Estreal, you're just trying to draw the attention, try to allow your teammates who are trying to triple hit through the front the advantage in those gunfights, but at least you don't really give up a lot of time to Surge because it was a contest fest in the final 20 seconds. So you're still up by 60, almost 65. Warehouse, Vancouver going to be the team in early, and Nero with an SMG trying to get hot.
Ooh, just kind of finds a piece of timing to get himself a second kill on a Sib. Mamba with an AR out. Responsible for watching the right side of this upcoming hit. Craze the one to try to jump into the hard point. Lots of neutral time here, though, considering that Vancouver had a pretty preferable setup. Craze open over, not going to find the win on the Ghosty, but he's low. Easy follow on to Mamba. And the last one left will also drop. Nice shots out of Mamba, 14 and 11. And Vancouver have done a nice job considering they lost both P2 and P3. Now you're only down under about 40 seconds, and you still got some time to fight for it.
Yeah, you can still get this final 15 and only go into the second set down by 30. So Vancouver now, Gunny's starting to be hot. Nero was 2 and 10. Now he's 11 and 16. So still not positive, but he's starting to find some consistency in that slaying. And that's now leading to the comeback here for the Surge. Now we reset. Back to the mid-map we go. And with routes like Craze is hitting, you're not going to be able to read.
Oh, but Sid gets a little bit free through the front. Forces Lunars to have to make a play. Only good for one. Mamba for his trade. Over the top, no. Ghosty flying high, able to find two, and that will put Paris into the P1 time for now. Craze again working on long routes, this time met and dealt with by Sib. And that's one of the big issues, I would say, for what we saw kind of in Carolina, what we're starting to see a little bit here for Vancouver. If Craze cannot find those openings, everyone else is kind of stuck with no man's land. They're not really able to do too much.
Yeah, and I'm loving to see these adjustments so far from Paris, because Sid, who's been a guy that can dominate with the M15, he's understanding so far, hardpoint after hardpoint, what gun I need to use that's going to give me the best chance to lock it down. So with all this pressure through bottom pit, whip out the NPC, finds himself on the forward row, and now you're pushing the Surge back. There's one player already spawning all the way out, and now you just need to locate where the hell the rest of these guys are, because you have the advantage.
I like this, though. 3 players from the front able to work their way back into the hard point, finding the elimination of the player in the hill, and then you just bully out the back. Spawns will move. Hard point owned by Paris. And even though Vancouver did a nice job of kind of saving a poor first rotation of hills on the money hard points, they're not going to have an opportunity to do that again if this continues. So you need to start to put together a break, and unfortunately, they don't get the read on the block spawn to Sib, so he has the natural pinch. Vancouver with 33 seconds will have a couple of players in the back, but they're not convincingly spawning in.
Yeah, no need to worry about these guys over the back. Cool, you can try to contest it. You can get those back spawns.
Oh, no.
We'll just sit nice and comfy in towards the time, because early off the rotation, Sib has been on this side of the map for about 25 seconds already. So much trust in the new lineup to lock it down in the 3v4, and even if you lose it, who cares? We got rotation to do.
Yeah, and that's just another moment where I believe Sid actually kind of spawns to the front of P2. So with 25 seconds, 30 seconds left in the hard point, your teammate's finding kills. He says, all right, you guys got that.
Yep.
Now he's got help from Ghosty on the cross. Crazy able to find one. He's just feeling like he's got to go and do this himself. And as he does, Estreal meets him, puts him to rest, and all of a sudden, Paris have win condition.
And they can't win it here on the P3 HP, but you can get pretty damn close. If you are the Surge, you desperately need to find a break, and we desperately need to stop going one by one, because you're just giving Paris so many advantages. Narrow and Craze, though, are able to combine for 2, so all our pressure up through the street might lead to a break.
Estreal, a little bit of damage on the bridge side, but has to take the battle. Will drop. Pinch from Mamba on the other side, leaving JoeDeceives by himself. He's got himself tucked into a corner, though, so he's safe from trade right now, waiting for help to come through. Wow, nice shots onto Nero. Mamba's able to at least confirm the kill with 15 seconds left, but Sip says we're in such an advantage. Why not get a little bit more time here? And he will soak up that back 13. Over towards Duke. Keep your eye on Estreal. Backside Dojo. Being pressured by a couple of Vancouver members from the front, but JoeDeceives running quickly, trying to get here to help.
Yeah, look at what it does to those guys in Dojo. As soon as Joe starts putting out shots, manage that. They're going to be able to breach that 100-point mark, and with Paris with so much of a lead that they have, let's work in these long routes. Let's guarantee that our break attempt on the first attempt is going to work out.
Yeah, just you have so much freedom, so much luxury in playing the map however you possibly would want with the score the way it is. Contest is out. Vancouver have 2 trophies to keep them safe towards the backside tree rock. And that's going to work out nicely for a couple of the kills coming out of Vancouver's rifles. Ghost able to find 1 trade, though. Sets up another opportunity for a possible break. Game gets back to 100-point threshold. Craze back into the play. Finds Ghosty for the initial. Nero another one over to the middle of the map. And it's been good P4s and good P5s for Vancouver. So if you can find a way to manifest that here at P5, maybe it comes down to what you can do between a bar and a P2 again.
Yeah, but Paris just keep on playing chip away. All right, that's true. The last guy at old top, you win that 2-piece, but you got 10 seconds extra. And we only need a little bit more to close out this map number 1. Now it's scattered off the rotation. Joe knows he's going to be surrounded, so he tries to take the fight in towards warehouse, but he gets sniffed out. So now Vancouver thinking that they completely have flipped out the entire team, but Sib is still here.
Oh, Sib's not missing. Nice shots. Estreal creates one from the front. Now it's just time to find the player in the hard point, and Lunars has nowhere to go. 2:35, 1:38. Possible final moment here for Vancouver to try to set up a break, and they're doing it from multiple points of ingress. Craze playing along the back, everyone else from the front. This hit better find some success now, and it will. Lunars and Mambas will find 2. That clears the hard point. Sips late pinch shut down, and Estreal will fall. So all 4 drop, and Vancouver are still alive.
Yeah, Vancouver just kind of get the gunnies hot, man. 15 seconds remaining at the P5. You know, if you are the gentleman, you can cut your losses and start thinking about new. But with the leaders advantage and kills going your way, you can still technically try to win it here. Estreal wins the one-on-one. Last one that can contest is going to be Craze. He falls, and Paris take.
We saw this play. against Faze, and Nero's got it right. Perfect nade timing, shuts down Estreal. JoeDeceives is also tagged by that nade, but Estreal will be the one that really is the only one that takes the brute force of damage. Nice little water route here from Craze, finds Sib backside rock, and now the bomb will rotate over for a 4v2 post plan at B.
And yeah, that guarantees that this bomb is going to be wide open because Craze sees Sib with a sniper. He knows there's no one here to assist him. So bomb getting down, 4v2, no trophy system, so it's going to be difficult to try to hold down this position, but it sounds like Paris have invested a lot of tax. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, really is just down to, I think, Joe's last piece of utility. Gonna work this one together. Oh, I like this idea. Joe trying to clear off that rock heady. A lot of damage coming through, and actually Ghosty is able to set Joe up for a freebie on the Lunars. Follow-up is good, 1v2. 20 seconds on the clock. Vancouver just don't scam, and that's exactly right. Craze just takes an aggressive route.
A lot of attacks and potentially get pushed up through the middle of the map, and it's all about timings, and Craze able to spot them on a rotation out, while Nero finds the first kill.
Oh, really nice little slide right there from Craze. Keeps him away from Sim finding what would look to be a free double. And Mamba will find Estreal lurking over towards checkers. Bomb grab, though, by Ghosty. Has a wide open A site, but plenty of time if he wants to try to finesse something first. First check just misses out on the timing to see Lunars. But this rewrap back will be exactly where the teeth of the defense is. Nice shot, opening shots on the Lunars. Ghosty gets a bit of freedom, comes back into the play, beats the kill cam, has an opportunity to isolate again down to the 1v1. He's got himself versus Mamba. 13 seconds on the clock. Mamba playing over towards checkers. Ghosty, that's the only spot he has not checked yet. And here comes Mamba trying to chase out from behind. Ghosty still not looking that way, and Mamba will find the freebie to shut down the 1v3.
Yeah, almost allows Ghosty to get away with one, but this plays the 50-50.
No push-up this time for Paris. Instead, it's going to be a rewrap over through open hall. I don't know if any of this has been read at all, though, by Vancouver, so this late timing could work out. Late trophy gets placed. That actually keeps a lot of utility safe for Nero to plant. And out to 4v4 a post-plant situation. Joe looks like he wants to go quickly, but no information here. Has them kind of scratching their heads on where exactly should we be hitting from.
Yeah, and it's already 15 seconds gone, but Estreal is able to strike for the first kill through bottom connector. So now you're looking to make up for it. Mamba's able to find one, but it's still numbers in favor of Paris. Now it's a 1v3.
Oh, Mamba. No, not going to happen. Yeah, I love that routing from Paris. Yeah, agreed. That's exactly what's going to come through. Ghosty does a couple of shots up towards the patio steps. Long route developing for Craze. But the timing is going to have to be pretty hasty here just because of the success that Paris are finding from the front. There's the read on the Craze. Ghosty, nice slide to keep himself alive. But Lunars finds a kill on the other side. He will eventually be isolated. Leaves Craze now to the 1v2, 23 seconds. And yeah, he's got a clear window first. And he is being wrapped by Sib. Perfect timing on this route from Sib. Yeah, and Craze isn't going to have time to make this happen. Nope. Nice job from Paris. Good read. I mean, especially your call, Jay. Just nothing's here. Let's go ahead and plant. Put the pressure on the objective.
There's no need to do anything extra. All right, we got top secret. We already showed our hand on the play call with all the stunts and nade they get invested over the archway. But just not allowing Surge to...
Big hit for Paris defensively up top towards the windows. And down low. Estreal, though, caught off. JoeDeceives able to find the trade immediately. Gets us to an early 3v3. High ground control looking decent for Paris. And yeah, Vancouver have had to back away and find some other medium to try to approach this attack. And Joe's going to find the bomb carrier in Nero. Bottom staircase. This is a very problematic moment for Vancouver in a 2v3.
Yeah, and he was able to pick up a Hellstorm too. So Joe still gathering a lot of information. Was able to spot out Mamba. Doesn't want to force that one-on-one gunfight because you know your teammates still have the advantage. 50 seconds to go. They got B on lock. Let me just play A.
Well, here comes the first play. Working your way through this Paris defense around A. And honestly, I was going to say maybe Mamba caught some time in there, but it gets red, and then JoeDeceives able to find one up top. So Hellstorm locked. Paris starting to roll. And Vancouver plan at B. What are Vancouver thinking in terms of retake? And Mamba will drop to the Hellstorm. Not ideal. Meanwhile, long route for JoeDeceives as he's got some information that the high ground positions of Vancouver are the biggest problem spots, if you were to even call it that. Here comes the retake, though.
Gotta go quickly because Joe in the back lines is gonna make you pay for it. Cannot locate kill number 9 in a row. But it's Craze left in a 1v4, and a
Joe's
gentleman
going to get around the backside through closet. Find one in response to the opening first blood, but Craze provides another. We have a 3v2 for Vancouver.
Yeah, they have information now on the Ghosty. So just gonna retrieve the bomb in there, man up, and not waste any time on the objective play. You're gonna plant it over for office. You're gonna have so many different spots you can watch it from, but don't get caught if you're Mamba. Joe finds another.
This timing could be crucial. You have to feel like from this position, Joe knows he needs to move up towards office, but I think Ghosty was thinking the same, and he gets caught. And now timing is going to go against Joe. The clock running out. First one's clean. Now you got to know where Lunars is. Only 15 seconds to play.
Planted
He has guessed correctly, but the problem is Lunars was very patient. It's planted for office as you come, and that's enough for Lunars. Gonna have to put two together in a row though at some point. Why not here? Well, that's why. Sib's able to find first blood on De Niro, puts pressure over towards the defenders who actually are in a good spot to possibly contest this bomb at B. Just comes down to will they actually commit for it or not. Joe's able to get the bomb down, turns and finds a huge win versus Mamba, but the job's not done yet. Or maybe it is. Joe gets another incredible second, hits the water. And Craze is thinking, where did he go? So now it's Craze 1v2, not gonna get through it. What a play from 29 HP left. Now Paris defensively getting aggressive, already have fountain control. And of course they don't hear anything at A, so they know that this is a very quick B hit. And yeah, very wisely, they will kind of give some respect, not just to the office window, but also that back staircase, knowing that this route is open and Estreal's found first blood. JoeDeceives now behind the play. It's gonna get, whoa, maybe Mamba for free, not quite. Mamba stays alive, that changes everything in this 3v3.
And there's still 30 seconds left. Craze was just at Bowhouse, and now he's swimming his way back over to the opposite side of the map. So hopefully he chooses the right time to jump up, or you're gonna walk right into the pre-aim. Now a 1v3, and they're already on it.
Well, Nero over the top finds the first, almost getting the shots into the second, but Joe's right there to follow up, find the kill. And Paris, another really solid hacienda surge. It just feels very, Litters puts that round, and now you've got Vancouver starting to move forward, not just the middle of the map, but also with Craze taking a nice early aggressive route through B. Sib shut down, and honestly, Craze gonna sit here and move spawns around now, but the EMP will fall, and hold on a second. You win this battle at mid. Joe might just be off to the races. He's still very well maybe. Can anyone get the angle in time? Joe bouncing off the wall. Can he get there? Yes, he can. Styling a little 360 through the goalpost. That's enough for Paris to find the opening score.
Yeah, and I'm wondering where the communication is for Surge, because you took care of the first score away. So if you are the Gentlemen now, who already have gotten the goal line stop, let's see if they can potentially set up score number 2 with the listening.
He's gonna be deep right.
Enter, we kill Jeep. First guy. He's like close up now.
Oh, what? Oh shit, nice.
What's up, Dad? I'm Jeep.
You got it.
I got it.
Nice, good job.
We're good, nice. We're missing
going to
Mamba going to be cut.
Yeah.
It should be crazy here. It should be crazy here. We're
in our server, okay?
We're gonna be front server.
Keep fighting.
How long? I don't think
Your time, okay, boss?
play middle or long. I'm going left. I'm taking that's right. Wait for Day to pitch. He's there, hop. They're hop. Let's go right. Let's just go right. They're hop. Go right.
Top
the ring. He's top, Mamba.
Nice.
That. Nice.
Go out of right.
Out of right. Another take top from Con.
Out of Lunar side.
I got to jump. Back server.
Craze.
I'm one shot. I'm playing one streak jump. One streak. Come here. Are we missing out spawn? Lunar's in one. Very hot.
Jay, when was the last time
For kills around the map that is leading to this 3-0 score that you have. And now if you would have Gentlemen, you're looking to get score number 4. EMP is already off the rotation, and Joe, as the lead blocker, is yet to be contested.
Yeah, Joe's just going to sit here to see if he can catch somebody defensively, either rotating through mid or trying to stuff a defense up close and personal at panels. Ghosty gets one, Joe gets another. Now you can be off to the races. All 4 guns are up. You know Nero is here, and he's going to fall. That is a very easy half of Overload right there. Mostly off the name of the fact that Paris can get back defensively with their SMGs, which have been ripping them apart.
Yeah, and every single player from Vancouver were nowhere near that EMP carrier, so got to take care of Ghosty, fight the trade, and now fight back for mid-map control. And as soon as you go for that wave, you lose every single battle. Now an instant offensive opportunity here for Paris, because no one is going to be here to stop you. Just fly on in, hit the wall bounce. A nade is good, but this is still going to be 5-0.
Yeah, this is, the coordination has been very fluid. And outside of a couple of special doubles from Mamba or Nero, this has been a kind of a runaway map right now for Paris, who now have control of the EMP again. And it's just going to be one of those big moments of run through the hellstorm and make a score happen at B, and they already found first blood at a Nero.
Yeah, this is going to be guaranteed. Estreal just hold that left bumper, make sure it's slow and steady on the way down, and it's going to lead to Paris already up 6-0. There's still 3 minutes and 20 seconds on this second half.
Ghosty finds the first, and Sib can still keep himself alive here at panels.
And he already spots out the player right in front of him. The pistol's not good enough that long distance to take care of Lunars, but you still got a JoeDeceives running right behind you, and an Estreal on the opposite side setting up the pinch. He wins his one. Sib, that's an unfortunate team kill, but it still might lead to score 7.
No, Joe not able to quite find him. Sib finds one, recognizes there could be more defenders nearby. Wins the second, picks up the EMP, slides on in for score 7. Holy
slaying presence, because Estreal, especially towards that later half of the season, has been outstanding, and then Joe has been one of the MVP guys, MVP caliber players all season long. So you put them alongside with the likes of Ghosty and Sib, you're bound to see some success. And this is good to see if you're a green suit, because this is the form you want them to be in 11 days.
Oh, absolutely. And it's just another one of those situations too, like you come off of, like we talked about earlier, a couple of losses against tough teams. You know, the one in particular you look at versus Riyadh, the other, of course, the map 5 versus Vegas, where honestly, again, you were a point away from 3-0ing. But you don't want to start in the lower bracket. That's the biggest part about it. So it's like, you don't want to have stressful moments in your last 2 series that really shouldn't provide you much stress if you want to be a championship caliber team. And at least for now, you kind of clean off the hands. Easy sweep, easy 3-0. Paris, quick triumph.
I'm gonna look real quick to see who
you blitzed them 3-0. So Gentlemates right now looking good. Just got to see it against some of the top teams.
Yeah. Vancouver looking elimination bracket bound unless they can clean things up. They're running out of time, and of course they're out of time for champs. Dan goes with a little bit
emoting.
Emote.
2 emotes.
Wow, a lot of movement.
The rest of that is so locked in.
You said the Euro stuff. That's a travel.
That was during the game, I'm told.
What?
That's
Final
insane.
15 seconds, he was doing victory laps.
I would be furious
I would not
if I'm Vancouver.
have expected that from Dan.
Styling on ya.
What? Is there a B?
Yep. See, that's how you know
go.
somebody who truly doesn't care about running up their stats. Look at Estreal and Joe. They're locked in these last couple of kills.
That's why he's gonna play the game.
Fun in the mates camp. We've got JoeDeceives in our monster winner spotlight. Mr. 18, talk to me about the giggles in the Paris crew.
I mean, yeah, we're just having fun over here. You know, we're playing a team that, you know, we're way better than. So it's just about, you know, playing our game and just enjoying it. You know, you see me, like, obviously Dan's over here doing, I don't know what he was doing in the background. I'm over here making sure nonchalant is over here smiling. Like, we're just having fun.
Is Dan there? Can you ask him what he was doing? Because we had to show it twice. It was so nice.
What were you doing? You're asking. Oh, you were Euro stepping. We hit him with the 7-0. Euro step.
Except that was an egregious travel out of Dan in the back. Not one dribble before that.
Absolutely, yeah, we got to work on that.
I wanted to ask you, in the search and destroy, you hit flow, man. I see you smiling in between. You broke the record, so congrats to you. But obviously, you're just like a jolly guy in general. You bring a lot of good vibes. How important was that, though, bringing it to this camp, who's had a couple of struggle months?
Yeah, I think it's something like very important. I think we actually talked about when we were on the way to a team dinner last night, is how big like vibes are to a team. I mean, it can literally make or break a team. And you know, they've obviously been having they had 2 rough events and stages, so you know, you could definitely tell like the vibes were down even when you would look at like their player cams after the fact. So you know, I came in obviously like I'm a great player and all, but I think the biggest thing is definitely like the culture to the team, and that's just something, you know, I was trying to bring. And I feel like so far it's been pretty well. You know, we had obviously a week of challenger scrims, but I feel like we improved so much. So you know, hopefully nothing got caught, like nothing happened during like these past 2 series, and we can actually scrim pro teams and, you know, improve even more than what we have. So
I think you guys are clean. You guys are good.
And I really appreciate that angle, because I feel like we do get told a lot about teamwork once it gets to the end of the season, and vibes and getting a look into you guys and how you're handling that is really important, especially for the viewers at home. And going off of that, in that last overload, there was a couple of times where Estreal would pop like a 3-piece, and I'm telling you, he didn't even flinch. Like, he would just pop 3, and it was just like, all right, guys, like, let's just go to the next. What is it like having teammates like that? Is it kind of destabilizing for you? Because you're seeing that in the kill feed, and you're like, hello, are you him?
I mean, you know, that's just how Justice is. You know, we were actually talking about it before the match. You know, he's over here popping, he's like dead. Like, you know, he doesn't even care. Like, it doesn't faze him. Like, but he's insane. Just is insane. Definitely one of the most underrated players in the league, if not the most. So,
For sure.
I mean, it's definitely. I'm just like, yo, like, did you like what happened? Like, what do you mean you just got 3-0? Like, you act like nothing just happened. Like, it's insane.
Does he get turned after at least when he puts up performances like that? No.
No.
Dead.
What a
he
ghost.
is.
Dead.
He might win
he's
the
in.
nonchalant.
Joe,
prize
final
on this team.
question for you. What's on the side of the glasses here? Was this a Gentlemate signing bonus? Is that another set of Prada glasses?
No, yeah, but it is another set of product glasses. Sadly, I did get it before the signing bonus, so thankfully.
Oh, it's just rich already from the previous
Maybe you have to
contract.
maybe you have to upgrade later on. You know, we'll work on that, I guess.
All right. Well, after you lift a trophy, maybe in Paris. Deal?
Hopefully, yes.
All right. Best of luck. We'll see you then.
Thank you, guys. You guys have a good one.
That is Joey D, aka JoeDeceives, and he is quite giggly.